Stonewalling in relationships. Maybe you've heard about it and maybe you're asking yourself, yeah, I know what it is, but what the heck do I do about it? So in this short video, I'm going to describe what you can do if you're the stonewaller or if you're the one in a relationship with somebody being a stonewaller. Hey, I'm Dr. Don Russell, and in this video I'm going to talk about relationship stonewalling, and I'm going to walk you through what you can do to break this destructive habit in your relationship to avoid it damaging, maybe irreparably damaging, your relationship in the long term. Here we go. First of all, what is stonewalling? For those of you that aren't familiar with the term, stonewalling is basically shutting down the communication on a particular topic. In some cases, that's just going silent, giving your partner the silent treatment. In some cases, that is leaving the room and just sort of leaving the relationship hanging. In some cases, it's more dramatic and verbal, like just saying, I'm not going to talk about this anymore. We're done talking about this. Those are all examples of stonewalling, and they are just clinically proven to be harmful to the relationship. They've got to stop. They've got to stop. Some clients in my psychotherapy practice ask me, so is it men that stonewall? Is it women that stonewall? You know what? Both sexes do their own version of stonewalling. Generally speaking, men do it a little bit more aggressively, and women do it a little bit more passive aggressively. So at the end of the day, both are aggressive, both are damaging, and like I say, they gotta stop. So if you're the stonewaller, if you're the person that does those behaviors, that shuts down communication, shuts down dialogue, shuts down conflict, what can you do about it? The great news is that there's things that you can do about it if you are the stonewaller. The first thing is to recognize that you're not being a jerk. You don't mean to be a jerk, and you don't mean to be rejecting. What's happening is that you're having a nervous system reaction to emotional flooding. So basically you're being emotionally overwhelmed, and your fight, flight, freeze circuit, basically your threat response system in your mind and body, is reacting to this what it perceives to be a threatening situation, and it's going into automatic shutdown. You know, it's like your device at home that just shuts down if it overheats. Well, your nervous system is shutting down because it's overheating. That's the first thing to recognize. So take that as information that something that is going on in the relationship, something that's happening inside you in response. Take that as information without judgment, without evaluation. Just take that as information that okay, something that's going on as a pattern in this relationship, something that's happening inside me in response to my partner, is causing my nervous system to overwhelm and to have this automatic response to withdraw and shut down in order to create a stronger sense of safety within your own self. So just take that as information. And of course, if this is something that's happening on a even remotely regular basis, then I would strongly recommend that you take that to a good and skilled therapist, and they can help you address what's you've experienced in the past that needs to be mended, to be healed, to be fixed, so you're not having this reaction in your present relationship, so that you are not damaging your present relationship. That's the first thing. So in the heat of the moment, one of the best things that you can do, strongly recommend that you do, is recognize if this reaction is happening inside yourself, give yourself a timeout. In some cases that can be 3 to 5 seconds to just sort of take a deep breath and calm yourself down. In many cases that's going to mean 20 minutes. Giving yourself a timeout for 20 minutes. Go to your room, not because you've been a bad person, but because you need to take care of yourself and re-regulate your nervous system. While you're in that timeout, don't take the 20 minutes to stew on the negative emotions and rehearse and review how you've been treated so poorly by your partner. Instead, take that 20 minutes to regulate your nervous system, to calm yourself down, to remind yourself of the information that you have in your history of your relationship, the positive information. Okay, wait a minute. My partner loves me. I'm loved by my partner. I don't think he or she meant to attack me and meant to hurt me and meant to harm me. I just need to settle myself down and remind myself of some of the good things that I know are true. If you have a pet, maybe take the pet and pat the pet. Even pat yourself. That can be calming. To just pat your arms, soothe your body. That is one of the most profound and powerful ways that you can soothe yourself. Settle down your nervous system so that you can come back out from your timeout and re-engage with your partner. If you do take a timeout, if you do give yourself a timeout, it's extremely important that you let your partner know that you will be re-engaging with them when you are settled down. So you're taking responsibility for your emotional overwhelm. You're also taking responsibility that you will pick up this conversation because you're the one that left it hanging. You may even reach out to your partner for some physical touch. Taking your partner's hand and holding their hand is a sure way for you to demonstrate to your own mind, body, and nervous system that there actually is no threat right now. There is no threat right now because your partner loves you, and the tactile stimulation of hand holding is a way of communicating straight to your nervous system that you're safe right now. So that's speaking to the person that's doing the stonewalling. As I say, that might be it might be a male, it might be a female in the relationship. So if you are the one being stonewalled, well, are you at the mercy of the stonewaller? Well, no, there's actually some constructive things that you can do to ameliorate the situation and to prevent the situation from coming up so easily next time. So what are those? First of all, don't take it personally. As much as possible, don't take it as rejection. Don't take it as a personal rejection of you. Understand, just like I was saying to the stonewaller, understand that this is their emotional response, more than likely to experiences from their past that ultimately need to be healed. So it's their nervous system being overwhelmed. They are not able to handle the emotional intensity of the conversation. And at the end of the day, that's something that they need to take responsibility for. That's not your problem. So don't take it personally. Don't take it as rejection. Understand that this is their nervous system activation. Don't even bother attempting to reason and use rational argument when they are stonewalling. Also, don't go after them. Come back here and talk to me. Don't go there. Not helpful. If you're trying to reason with your partner, basically it's your cortex where, cognitive, intellectual, cerebral information lives. It's your cortex trying to engage with the other person's cortex. The problem is that the other person's cortex has gone offline. That's why they're stonewalling, because they're emotionally overwhelmed. So their threat response system has taken over. It's hijacked them. This cortex has left the building. So you can't reason with them. Maybe you have noticed or remember yourself saying to your partner, "There's no reasoning with you." Well, that's not an attack. That's actually a really profound and accurate observation. There is no reasoning with them when they are emotionally overwhelmed. Give them time to re-regulate themselves. Don't go after them. And in the meantime, do what you need to do to regulate and ground and settle yourself down. It's very, very easy for the person who is experiencing stonewalling to, like I say, to take it as rejection. Don't take it as rejection. To experience profound abandonment in that moment. And so it's very important to soothe yourself and calm down your own activated feelings of abandonment. If that fits and resonates with you, then you might want to seek out a good and skilled therapist to address and heal your experience of abandonment in the current relationship, which more than likely, again, is really just an echo of a previous experience of abandonment, quite likely in childhood. a good and skilled therapist can help you to address that and to resolve that, so that when your partner stonewalls you, maybe leaves the conflict and goes into their man cave or their woman cave, we want you to not take that personally, to not feel your overwhelming experience of abandonment. Other thing I'd highly recommend that you do is evaluate your communication pattern. If your partner is stonewalling you, take some time to evaluate how have you been communicating with your partner. If you are engaging in hostile, combative, confrontive ways, if you're coming in with guns blazing, then as much as your partner needs to take full responsibility for their stonewalling, you need to take full responsibility for your hostile and perhaps combative engagement and communication style. At the end of the day, you have to take responsibility for that, and you have to recognize that, well, you know what, if you're wanting connection with your partner, then you are sabotaging your own needs if you're coming in with guns blazing, because they stonewall and they shut down, and then you end up not getting your needs met. So you're actually sabotaging yourself. Evaluate your communication style. If you're coming in hot, then you need to change your game. But change your game because it's in your best interest, so that you can get your relationship and intimacy needs met. If they ask for space, give them space, because again, chasing after them is not going to go well. It's not going to be productive. So that's a little bit more detail on stonewalling, what you can do if you're the stonewaller, what you can do if you are in relationship with somebody that uses this destructive communication style. Stay tuned to this channel. So hit subscribe, hit like, hit me up with comments. I'm going to be addressing the other 3 destructive communication styles and their alternatives, both for the one who's doing it and the one who's getting it done to them, in future videos. By the way, in case you haven't recognized this, these are the 4 horsemen of the apocalypse that John Gottman and his researchers have identified. I want to serve up not only these are bad things, stop doing them, but also understand them from a neurobiological perspective, and also understand what else you can do, both if you're the one doing it and if you're the one getting them done to you. Alrighty. So as I say, hit subscribe, hit like, hit me up with comments, and stay tuned. And in the meantime, take good care of yourself, take good care of each other.